Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note about my readings, they are for your sun, moon and rising sign. So whether you're sun, moon or ascendant Cancer, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. And with that, we are going to look at your key to the week and different sectors of your life. Your key to the week comes from the monthly reading. So if you haven't seen your March 2021 taroscope, please check it out. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you haven't got your seat yet, the Intuition Activation webinar is on the 20th of March. You can get that on the link in the description box below. Your key to the week is the Universe card. I love this deck for this reason, because it's the universe, it's not just the world, but it is the world card, right? It's the same it's the same sort of similar meanings, which suggests that this week there could be a big change in status. If you have been trying to conceive, maybe you could be doing that this week. Maybe you could be, somebody could propose to you. Maybe you're proposing to somebody. There is a change coming to your status in the world this week. So for some of you as well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this could be a relationship comes to an end and now you're single, now you've got that single status. Single. I don't know if anybody remembers that song. I'm probably showing my age now, but all jokes aside, the other way that this could play out for you as well, something about your community or your tribe. Now I talked about this in the March overview, the March 2021 taroscopes, and I'm going to talk about it again here. This week you could not only be getting a handle on who your community is, but you could be adapting or changing something to do with your community. And this is really exciting because in a lot of ways, when the world card shows up, it means that you're ready to take something to the next level. It means that this week, in some way, shape or form, your connections, your connections to groups or people is coming up for review. Now for your actions and options, look at that. You've got the world card, right? So for those of you that are trying, for those of you that want children, this is a powerfully fertile week for you. This is a huge change of some sort. So for some of you, you could be getting engaged. For some of you, you could be, right, hey, we're pregnant. For some of you, this could literally be, maybe you get a new job, maybe you get a promotion in the job that you have. There's something this week that is changing in a really big way. I mean, look at this, you have a double hit of the world card. This is crazy. Now, in a lot of ways as well, it kind of suggests that this week your outlook is going to level up in some way, shape or form. This week you're having a new, maybe a revelation of some sort, maybe a new understanding on a really deep fundamental level about your overall path comes in. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so not a great card for the communications. What I will say to you is the Seven of Swords is lies, it's deceit, it's where somebody is not necessarily being as above board as they say they are being. And the fact that this is in your communication sector, I would be aware that maybe someone in your social circle, maybe somebody in your group is not necessarily presenting themselves in the way that they actually are, or maybe they are not presenting how they really feel about something. Now the funny thing is, I get the feeling that this person is trying to save your feelings, or they're trying to not upset you. And I think what they don't realize is that actually what's going to upset you more, especially with a Cancerian, sun, moon or ascendant, they hate being lied to, because trust is security, right? It's security and intimacy in the relationship, whether that's friendship, personal, platonic or professional. And when you breach that, you wreck the security. And if you wreck Cancerian security, they're gonna fuck you up. This is the thing, everyone's always like, oh, Cancerians are so warm and loving and nurturing and all of that. And it's like, yeah, have you ever seen a mama bear? Okay, cool. Let's maybe reframe what they're capable of. Now, for those of you that work for somebody else, Be careful of office politics this week, and be careful what you say around the water cooler. You know, when they say like everybody congregates around the water cooler and they chew the fat. Just be careful with what you share this week. For those of you that are business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, again, if you have something that you are working on behind the scenes, and it does look like a lot of you are, there's something big that you're working on or towards, don't share. All right, just one. I'm not even going to go into the reasons why. This is not the time. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this is somewhat slightly more challenging, because this suggests that maybe somebody that is close to you, I wouldn't say this was go as far as to say that this person is using you, but it may be that your connections, it may be that your, you know, because Cancerian people, they tend to be like, oh, okay, well, you know, I can do that for you. This would be a week to watch out for manipulation, you know, especially if somebody's like, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know how, or do you know what I mean? It's because they know that you are the sort of person that will say, oh, well, you know, I can help you with that. Don't let your kindness be your Achilles heel this week. For your money and materials, you have the Queen of Wands, especially when it comes to your finances, all right? The Queen of Wands, as an experience, very often talks about needing to set a very firm boundary or to draw the line at something. This week, I would suggest doing so. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I mean, I like this. What I would say is it gives you a lot of energy, it gives you a lot of passion, a lot of desire. Just with everything else that comes up though, watch out for clumsy this week. You know, I don't see anything awful happening, but I just get this sense that this week you could be so fired up about everything that you're like, you know, oh, look, bam, you know, just walked into something. Or, you know, I don't know if any of you have ever done that. Like when you walk past a door frame and the hook from your jeans gets stuck on the door frame. Like, how does that even happen? The universe is a strange and wonderful place. When it comes to your home and environment, this week, I think you're going to be very proactive around the home, on the home. Maybe you're moving the furniture around. Maybe you are connecting more to your local arena. Maybe you're connecting more to your local area. And that's actually really exciting, especially for us here in the UK, as lockdown is now officially starting to ease after this week. So very happy about that. And then finally, for your love and relations, you have the Ace of Wands, right? For those of you that are single, I'm going to say this. There is potential here for a lot of sexy, sensual, fun times. With those two world cards, if you are having sexy, sensual, fun times, especially because you've got the Queen of Wands as well, who is a very sexual being, right? So if you are having those, you just want to be sure, right? Because this could literally be, you know, could be pregnancy. Doesn't have to be. I mean, it's much broader than that, but it could be, especially with the Ace of Wands here, right? That's conception energy. So just be careful. The other thing is as well, for those of you that may be meeting somebody this week, it is going to likely be in your locality. It's not going to be, you know, on the phone or any of that stuff. What you really want to watch out for though, because you've got the Seven of Swords here, this person may not be as single as they present themselves to be. And that's something that obviously, you know, again, you want to be aware of. And then finally, for those of you that are in partnerships or relationships or married, this is very fun. Sexy, sensual, vibrant. It is, you know, you guys looking to spice things up in some way, shape or form, and having the ability to do so, but it's done in a spirit of fun. The only thing that I'll say to you is this is a week where wherever your communication comes in, make sure that you are being as honest as you possibly can about everything. And as long as you are, this could be a really great week for you. For those of you that are writing books at the moment, for those of you that are creating some sort of literary work, this could be a good week for you to make some progress on that. And you know, this could also be you having to balance your time between your responsibilities and obligations and what you'd really like to be focusing your time and energy on. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.